Welcome to House Money Podcast on our NFL Week 10 show. I'm Easy E and I'm the host. Joining me today, T-Bone!
T-Bone!
Rap, dude, and Chalkboard.
Chalkboard.
Jesus Christ. Obviously,
Time to wake up!
Obviously, it's 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning. This isn't our typical show.
Was it just like 20 seconds ago you were talking about, are there people asleep anywhere? And then I got the wax again in the ear. Hold on.
As long as I got the A-OK to let it flow.
You feel better, T-Bone?
I feel good.
Awesome. Well, real quick, we're going to recap last week's show. Not good. 1-3. Only winner was Baltimore. Honestly, at this point in time, that seems like forever ago.
A freaking embarrassment.
Yeah. Chalkboard. Any words of wisdom in regards to Week 9?
No, I mean, there were a couple games that, there's always bad beats. I think in particular, I really was disappointed by the Washington. I think we were both on that, and it just did not go the way I thought it was going to go.
5 turnovers.
Yeah.
Washington
That'll do it.
Washington had 5 turnovers. I mean, you can't overcome that, and they lost by 3.
Yeah. All we can do is work with the data we're given, like you say, turnovers, things of that nature, defensive special team scores. Those are things that'll throw a wrench in it sometimes.
Yep, out of your control. Well, obviously, it's Saturday morning, so we've missed the Thursday night game, Indianapolis at Tennessee.
I was all over the Titans.
Wow.
At least you admit it. You do know they lost by 17, right?
That second half was just shocking. I don't know.
I look at it more as like, now we got that one out of the
Wow.
that bullet's out of the gun. So now we're just shooting.
Yeah, well, who's to say we would have picked that game? So, but anyways,
I just
we don't mess with Thursday night games usually. So,
Well, we still got 2 more. We got Sunday night and Monday night we can cover, and then we can jump into who we do like for this week. If y'all ain't got anything further, we'll move on to the show. All right. Sunday night, Baltimore at New England. New England +7, total 43.5. Baltimore 6-2 straight up, 4-4 against the spread. Winners at Indianapolis, 24-10. In a game, honestly, they didn't play particularly well. Indy just played worse. Lamar still doesn't look right. He can't throw the ball downfield. He doesn't look like the dominant force he once did. It's amazing to me, after a couple seasons worth of film on these guys, defensive coordinators seem to really be able to figure a quarterback out, especially one of his nature. They do have wins over Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Washington, Houston, and Cleveland. Nothing super noteworthy there. And losses to Kansas City and Pittsburgh. Basically the only 2 good teams they've played. Not a good team. New England 3-5 straight up. 3-5 against the spread, off a win on Monday Night Football at the Jets. They were down 20-10 at half. If you were sitting on a huge money line parlay with New England as the final leg, you were probably sweating it. But they did win.
We know some guys.
Yeah, we know some guys. But they did win 30-27. Cam, another quarterback that can't throw the ball downfield. He only rushed, interesting to note, he only rushed 16 yards against the Jets. The offense just doesn't look good. I don't think they want him to get hurt. I don't think they want him to get out of the pocket. I have a feeling where you're going here, but Baltimore, this just seems like 2 slow teams that aren't going to be in a big hurry to do anything. I don't know, T-Bone. Who do you like Sunday night, Baltimore at New England, New England +7?
yeah, everything you said's true. But to me, some of the stuff on Jackson, they need to let him do what makes him good, and that's just roll out, the run-pass option, and they don't do that enough. He sits in the pocket. He's not a pocket passer. So why they keep trying to force that on him, that's on the offensive coordinator. I have no idea. There's plenty of times he could take off and run and make good yardage. And they're missing 2 starting offensive linemen. That doesn't help. One's an all-pro. So that doesn't help. What's his name's been out. The other running back, Ingram's been out.
Is he supposed to be back this week? I think he practiced at least.
Yeah, he might be back. And he's not a world beater, but still, it's just another piece they're missing. New England just sucks, though. I mean, you're down 10 to the worst team in the NFL, and you got lucky. You got lucky and won that game, because if Flacco doesn't throw that interception, the Jets probably win that game.
Yeah.
And I like Baltimore. I mean, I wouldn't give over a touchdown. Don't get me wrong. I know what you're saying. But, oh, my God, what the hell is that? It's too early in the morning.
It's the mystical genie calling. It could be Lamar.
You should have asked them who they liked. Who was that? Pick up the phone and ask them who they liked.
Nobody that would know anything. Of course, I guess
So
I
it's
can
somebody
do
off the show.
exactly. Of course, they might do better more than 3. But I don't know that I would go on this game, but I would take Baltimore. I mean, New England, like you said, Newton is inaccurate. They have nobody on offense that scares you. Baltimore has a superior defense. They do have a hell of a defense, so I don't see New England score a lot of points on them.
I think we talked about a couple weeks ago. Why won't they let Lamar just be creative? Just
they
get
need
out
to.
and
Do
be
you think they're
creative.
trying to protect him?
I don't know.
To keep him from getting hit? Or what about the thing this week where he was talking about like defenses are hollering out their plays and all this stuff? It's like our offense is so vanilla, you can see what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know because I mean,
Left tackle run.
You didn't
right?
you didn't protect him last year when you ran for 1,200 yards and you were 14-2. So I don't know.
Chalkboard,
If it ain't broke.
Yeah,
Chalkboard, who do you like in this game?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of with T-Bone. It's like, from what I've seen from New England, it sort of seems like the wheels are falling off a bit. I get they don't have Edelman, but some of Cam's passes, you're talking about, like, inaccurate's not even the right word. Some of these deals he's missing by yards.
Some of them, they look like ducks.
It was just, it was hard to believe it was the same person. And, I just think they're a better team. I don't know that we're going to go in this game. I think we all think Baltimore is going to win. It's just, are they going to win by 10? Are they going to win by, are they going to cover the spread? I mean, it's a... Yeah.
This could be 17-13, and
it could
nobody
be an ugly,
would be surprised.
Right. I mean, Jackson hasn't thrown a touchdown in like 2 weeks, has he?
I mean, as bad as Baltimore looked last week, they won by 2 touchdowns.
True.
I mean, by 2 touchdowns on the road, and they didn't even look good.
Before you start talking yourself into this game, dude, Indy looked terrible. And Phillip Rivers had a terrible game. He was like 11 for 24 or something like that.
I mean, some of that is the defense. And I don't know. New England's just, I don't know.
Well, let's just leave it out there. We can see what else. If we have to come back to this game,
sounds good.
And then we'll come back to it. Monday night, Minnesota at Chicago. Chicago +3, total 43. Minnesota's 3-5 straight up. 5-3 against the spread. Wins big over Detroit, 34-20. Cook continues to run all over every team in the NFL. Cousins wasn't terrible, throwing 3 touchdowns. Tale of 2 seasons for Minnesota, 1-5 before their bye, 2-0 since, with wins over Detroit and Green Bay. That's all Cook, in my opinion. Minnesota ranks 3rd in the NFL in rushing yards and 25th in passing yards. Their opponent Sunday, the Chicago Bears, 5-4 straight up, 5-4 against the spread. Losers to Tennessee, 24-17. Chicago's offense stinks.
Yeah.
They're terrible, dude. Currently ranked 29th in total points scored. It took some garbage late Chicago touchdowns just to make that game even look close. Foles is clearly not the answer. It's hard to take Chicago here, but I do expect them to play better in this divisional game. Chalkboard, Monday night, Minnesota at Chicago, Chicago +3. Who do you like?
I think following up the last game, Chicago sort of falls in line with the other 2 teams we just discussed. That on the eye test, you sit there and look at it, and it just looks like there's nothing there that really wows you. They're just kind of like, just going through the motions. He throws the ball to Robinson. There's not really much to speak of out of the backfield. Like you say, I mean, Foles is not the answer. And then you got, Minnesota that, I don't know if, they were on a delayed clock. Maybe they forgot.
Yeah.
It's like now they're ramping up. They've won these games. Cook has just been, on fire. It's just amazing. As a matter of fact, he tied a record with Ahmad Rashad from, the last time a Viking had, these kind of numbers.
Wow.
I mean, he is just playing out of his mind. Cook stays healthy, like you say. Cousins is a serviceable NFL quarterback, and if you can get passes to Thielen, you got the Jefferson. I mean, they have enough. They don't really throw the tight end at all, but I would expect Minnesota to win this game. I think it's probably right on the number. Actually, I think they're going to do enough to win. I think Chicago's going to hang around a little bit. I don't see Minnesota going there and blowing them out by 10 or 14.
God, look at the spread, the movement on the spread. 5 points.
Yeah.
Is that right? 5 points?
I was curious when I filled out this sheet right here. I was like, did this really go from -2 to +3? And I'm looking at it right here on the screen, dude.
Jeez. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this game. I think I'm with you on everything you said. Minnesota should win this game. Chicago's nothing special. I mean, how in the world they've got a winning record is just beyond me. They're putrid.
This game has all the makings of an old NFC North 24-21.
Well, I think it's just like we talked about the last game. Nothing would surprise you in this game.
True.
I mean, if Chicago wins, it wouldn't surprise you. I mean,
Really, honestly, all the value's gone out of this line. Because if we could get Minnesota +2 here,
oh yeah,
we would all be on it. But now
Exactly.
at -3, you're like, I'm out.
It's just a
That line is not available on Saturday, folks.
No.
Yeah, that has the look of a push or something that just doesn't even really stir you or get you going. So,
You know, Chalk, it's funny you say that. If we record the show Wednesday
I was
night like
just
we
thinking-
normally do, we might have this at a pick, right? We might have this at a pick, but at this point in time, it's gone. It's not available for us. So, on that note, there's still plenty of other games out there. Anybody got anything they want to lead off with?
how about the Chargers at the Dolphins?
All right. Let's see. We got where are they at on here? Chargers, LAC, Los Angeles Chargers at the Miami Dolphins. Miami -1.5. Opened at 1.5. Still -1.5. Totals 48.5. T-Bone, who do you like?
I like the Dolphins. I think they're on a roll now. I think they're pushing for the playoffs. Tua's been looking better. His only second game, he looked like he was ready for the big stage. The Chargers, don't get me wrong, the Chargers are a good team. I know it sounds crazy. They're like 2-6, but they've been in every damn game. They just can't close. For some reason, they can't close. They're without Bosa this week. So that's one less thing you have to worry about if you're Miami. Miami's at home. I like the direction they're going in. I think they win this game.
Are you sure they're without Bosa this week?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. Yep, out Sunday concussion as of yesterday. I'll be honest with you, T-Bone. I see this line, and this line scares me. I don't understand why this is so low, and
I don't either.
and it hasn't budged all week. Why is there so many people on the Chargers?
I thought Miami
think
would
people
at
love
least be
Herbert.
3. Yeah, I mean Herbert's been fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but Miami's defense is top 3 in the NFL in scoring defense. They might be number 1. I can't remember.
They're up there. They're definitely top
They're
5
up
for
there.
sure.
They cause turnovers. They get after the quarterback. I mean, they just took down Murray in Arizona. I mean, Herbert is not Murray. I mean, they should be able to get to this guy some.
Dude, Miami's
Right on.
secondary is legit.
Oh yeah, they got Xavier Howard. They got Byron Jones. Their secondary's tough. They get any pressure at all. They create havoc. So
Chalkboard, who do you like?
I think it was last week when we were in studio. I remember you saying something distinctly about I hate cheering against the Finns. And I feel like until something changes, it is hard. That's a mantra. It's like, I would be on Miami in this game.
I think too many times they get points. They've only been favored in one other game this year. I think that was the Jets.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
And they're
seems-
5-3. So
Anytime you get a scrappy team that's always hanging around and points, and like you say, I mean, it's still only 1.5.
yeah.
Yeah, Miami's 6-2 against the spread, y'all. Their only 2 losses against the spread was to Seattle.
Which they were in that game till late.
Yeah, they lost 31-23. Spread was 4.5. And the first week of the season against New England, 21-11, they were getting 7.5. Other than that, they're 6-2 against the spread.
I mean, how do you not like it at 1.5 before it gets to Tua?
Oh God.
Too early in the morning for a bell?
Oh God, that hurts my head.
You should hear the guy when we start the show.
No doubt. T-Bone, official House Money Podcast, play number 1.
The Fins.
Good pick.
I agree. Miami -1.5. Chalkboard.
I'm looking around at the numbers here. I'll throw this one at you guys. I don't know if you'll bite or not, but what do you think about the Eagles and the Giants?
Philadelphia at the New York Giants. The New York Giants +4, total 44.5. Chalkboard, who do you like?
Well, what I'm doing is looking at this sheet, trying to find things that would lean me one way or the other. Divisional game, Philly coming off their bye. They basically already are in first place. They could pretty much not this point wrap it up, but I mean, Philadelphia takes care of business on the road. Well, look at the division. I mean,
they got like 3 wins. They can wrap up their division.
They can own the rest of the Keystone Cops in this division.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
I mean, it's 4 points, which I kind of hate. I like it better at 2.5, but I mean,
I assume you're suggesting taking Philadelphia.
that's kind of where my head was at.
Why?
I feel like they're getting some pieces back. Goddard's back. The running back's back this week. Miles, I believe.
I kind of like the Giants. I hate
love
to
the
say it.
Giants.
Yeah, I like the Giants. I don't know why.
Well, I could tell you why. Because of their last 5 games, they won 1, and the other one they lost by 2, lost by 1, lost by 1, and lost by 3. Because they only play close games.
Yeah, they should have won some of
Stick
these
to
games,
it.
obviously.
I hear.
Yeah, and Philadelphia is, yes, they're getting healthy and they're coming off a bye, but they haven't done anything. They have nothing. They've done nothing impressive that they should be laying 4 points to anybody. Honestly, this was 3.5 for the longest time, and I was dying to get on the Giants. I was hoping it'd go to 4, but I was expecting it to go to 3.
Yeah.
So the fact that it went to 4, I am ecstatic because I'm on the Giants.
Well, see, that's like my reverse psychology. I was going to talk up the Eagles and see if I could tempt you guys onto the G-men.
No. That didn't work. I don't know. I don't know what side we're on, but look, my who you like portion, I only write down a couple games. The Giants are one of them, so I don't know.
I like the Giants. I'm not going to lie. I do.
Well,
I think the Giants can beat them straight up. Plus,
Yes.
you're getting 4.
Yes.
There's something on this show about dogs that can win with the points.
I mean,
That's normally when I turn off the show, but
I love you, brother, but I thought you was going to the Giants when this first started.
now,
and I was all excited.
I guess.
I was like,
that's what I'm saying. I set up the Eagles so as to slow play you guys into the G-men, man.
And then I started hearing him talk. It's like, oh no, he's going the other way.
I only talked about the Eagles so you would win.
I like the Giants myself. I do.
Make him stop. All right, well,
Let's put the Giants on the burner.
I think the Giants are at home. They're getting more than a field goal, and I think they can win the game straight out.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just what I don't know, but
Hold on. Let me see if I'm still on the Philadelphia page here. Hold on. So Philadelphia lost. Let's see who's Philadelphia wins over. Dallas and
It ain't pretty.
the Giants. 22-21.
But the Giants should have beat them the first game. Remember
Right.
that? They should have beat them. And then Wentz had that comeback.
And Philly beat San Francisco 25-20.
God, San Francisco, what happened to them? Oof.
Oh, because I like them this week. All right, so you want to put the Giants on the burner? I got the Giants up here on the burner at +4. There you go. So, T-Bone, throw out another game.
All right, here we go. Buffalo at Arizona.
Buffalo at Arizona. Arizona -2.5. Totals 56. T-Bone, who do you like?
Sounds crazy, but I like Arizona at home to win the game. And they could have beat. They probably should have beat Miami last week. They really should have. And they had. Try to think what they did. Oh, the play calling was horrendous. Murray is unreal. I mean, if you would have kept the ball in his hands, Miami loses that game. But instead, you had your running back try to get tough yards, and it didn't happen. That's basically why they lost that game. Murray he's unbelievable. Arizona has a better defense. Buffalo's defense isn't that great. And Allen is so up and down. I like Arizona to take this game.
It's funny. You wouldn't think this, but Arizona actually ranks second in rushing yards.
Wow.
I'm sure in a big part due to
Yeah.
Murray.
Yeah.
For sure.
He is dynamic.
It's pretty
as
much
hell.
last year's bluept of the Ravens with Lamar running.
Yeah, he is so dynamic. It's unreal. You can't. Better play calling. They beat Miami. I mean, they're a good team. I mean, they really are.
You know what's crazy? To E's point, but it's like when you watch it on film, he runs so weird that it doesn't look like he could possibly be that fast. I don't know if it's because he's short.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, tick, tick, tick. It's like, how can you guys not put hands on this guy?
He's so small. It's probably hard to get your hands
He's
on
shifty.
him. Yeah,
And he's a hell of a baseball player,
And
right? It looks like he's running the bases.
Yeah, he's dynamic as hell.
So
Buffalo. Everybody's gonna be on Buffalo just because they looked great last week, and I get that.
But that was against Seattle's defense.
Yes. They're going against a much better defense. They're going into Arizona. They're not going to be in. They're going to be in their element. I think it's a bounce back game for Arizona.
I agree. And Arizona, I like Arizona as well here. I don't think Buffalo's going to fly all the way across the country and put up the same effort against a better defense. They do rank 8th in points allowed at 22.5. So I do think you're going to get a team that really needs a win in Arizona. playing against a team who just came off a huge emotional win at home where their offense looked good against a terrible defense.
Yeah.
So I like Arizona here as well. Chalkboard.
I do like some of the intangibles you guys are talking about because that's not a bad loss, but Arizona losing at home to Miami that came all the way across country and beat them like that. Like you say, they need this win more, and I think Buffalo's kind of flying high. So I think it's, to quote one of your things, I think it's a good spot for Arizona.
Agree. All right. Who wants it? Chalkboard, official House Money podcast play number 2.
The Cardinals. Man, I don't say that a whole lot.
Arizona minus 2.5.
Somebody came out of my mouth.
So
Because it's zona, I guess. I don't know.
I was zoning in and out.
This is another line I've been watching all week, and this obviously opened at 2, and it was sitting at 2. I was curious which way it would go. It's headed towards the field goal now. I suggest if you want it, you need to get on it before it gets there. All right. That's game number 2. Who's up?
I was a little misleading in my last,
I was going to say a big swing and a miss last time, Chalkboard. you want to try
He
again?
built us up. We were all excited.
Maybe I'll tell the story where I struck out a T-ball one year, but I digress. All right, I'll go with the game where you'll know where I'm at. So what about the Raiders and the Broncos?
I love the Raiders.
Oh, God.
I like it.
I like Denver.
Tell you right, I like the Raiders.
I think Judy's hurt. I don't know that he's not going to play, but he hasn't practiced.
Denver is really just not
regressed.
Yeah, they're
Oakland wins this game. Or I keep saying Oakland. Raiders. This would be 3-0 in the division because, of course, we beat the Chiefs. We just beat the Chargers, and now if you can take care of this.
So explain to me how. I mean, I agree with y'all that Las Vegas looks like the play here, but explain to me how 70% of the fans are on Vegas, 30% is on Denver, but the line has went from 5.5 down to 3.5.
5.5 is too much. I think 3.5. The problem is going to be is I could see this being a 3-point game. I don't know that Denver's going to I don't know that Las Vegas is going to cover this spread. Do you think you said you love the Raiders. Do you think they can? I think it's a 3-point game is what sucks.
Yeah,
Carl's.
I mean, what's Denver done lately? Denver has just not looked good. I mean, they had the last game they had that was anything at all. I think they went up to New England and beat them.
And look at New England
look
now.
Look how they beat them. They beat them with field goals, for God's sakes. I mean, to your point, there's no Jerry Jeudy. They lost the other receiver.
And I don't know he's
year.
out. Locke,
is, I mean,
I can't argue with y'all because I've lost my Wi-Fi and my computer's stuck.
Let us guide you, E.
hey, we'll put this
Literally come to the dark side.
If you want to, we'll put it on the burner. No problem.
All right, let's do that. Can we do that?
Yeah, because it's more of a passion pick of like the Raiders can put themselves in a really good spot here by winning this game. Do they cover the 3.5? I'm not sure.
I mean, and yeah.
How's all the money coming on Vegas and the line's going down? I don't understand.
I don't know.
All right, throw out something else. Hold on. I'll write down.
How about Jacksonville at Green Bay?
Why would you do that? Why?
It smells like a big number.
Every week we see these huge numbers not cover. I mean, last week your
Pittsburgh
T-bone choice cut
sucks.
last week. I mean, you just can't lay 2
Choice
touchdowns
cuts,
in the
go to
NFL
shit.
and win consistently.
I've been leaving them on the grill too long. Jeez.
I meant to say, should we look at getting like one of those big green eggs?
Good Lord, no shit. What week are we in? How's my record?
This is week 10.
Oh, I got that for you, dog.
Yeah, it's 4 and 5.
There you go.
Thanks for the assist, though.
So are we going to talk about this game or
Moving on.
are we just packing up on Green Bay and moving on?
Yeah. Go ahead and throw something out there. Somebody else throw something.
right.
You got one. You got Jim.
Well, I know y'all are going against this, so just go ahead and go against it. San Francisco at New Orleans. New Orleans minus 10. Opened at 6.5. Bet all the way up to 10. Since I already know what side y'all are on, do you not think you're not getting San Francisco's best effort here? I mean, this is...
What's their best effort even
New
mean?
Orleans just looks so good.
New
just
Orleans
spanking
is
Tampa
finally,
Bay.
yeah, they're finally coming together. They're finally gelling. They're getting their pieces.
That's exactly what I want to hear. New Orleans looks so good. I mean,
Right?
they just look so good. You're getting San Francisco's best effort. They're getting all their wide receivers back. It doesn't matter who plays quarterback. The backup's just as good as Garoppolo. The defense is getting healthy.
Mullen probably, arguably, for what they've got is more suited for this offense.
And you're getting 10 points in a game that means way more to San Francisco than it does to New Orleans. New Orleans just comes off this huge emotional win where they spanked Tampa Bay, and you're getting 10 points.
Well, I think I could argue the point about who is more motivated. I think Peyton and Breeze, guys like that, know that they want home field advantage for playoffs. Their whole genesis, their whole idea is about the playoffs. San Francisco's not going to the playoffs, so they can be as motivated as they want. How motivated are they going to be? What, to be mediocre? I mean, because they're in the toughest division in football. They're so far behind the other three teams that.
But they're not out of it. They're not out of it.
They're out of it.
I just because I don't even know they could get to 8-8.
They can't even get a.
They got 4 wins. There's 7 games left. 8 games left.
I think just because who they got to play.
Yeah, I mean,
But that damn Wi-Fi can tell you their schedule.
Say they even get to 9 wins. I don't think it's still going to be because of where the spot they're at.
Yeah,
I feel handicapped.
You're a handicapped handicapper today.
Oh my God, is that the handicapped handicapper?
There's a guy on Twitter like that. He has the parking placard as his logo thing.
That's awesome.
It's the thing with the guy holding a bag of money. So it's
I got a wheelchair.
yes.
That's awesome.
Kudos, my friend.
That is awesome.
I don't know. I just
We've thrown on the burner.
All right, give us something else then. Okay, a game I know y'all are dying to talk about. Seattle at the Rams. The Rams minus 2.5. It opened at 1.5. Now it's at 2.5. I'll be honest with you, I got on this number early. I won't tell you what side I'm on here. I know the Rams are off a bye. Seattle's off that aforementioned loss to Buffalo at home. The Rams do what the Rams do. They run the ball. They try to control the game. I think they're well coached. Seattle's going to come in and try to outscore them here. Chalkboard, who do you like?
I think you're on the Rams, actually.
I am on the Rams.
And this guy made a great point yesterday on something I was watching. He's like, all this stuff about Russell and everything Wilson does. Wilson has such a small margin of error because if he turns the ball over, something happens. That defense is atrocious. And it's like he has to be perfect all the time. He has to play MVP all the time. The Rams can do more on both sides of the ball. I would kind of be on the Rams here, man. I know you like Russell, but I just, like I say, I'm not really articulating the way the guy did yesterday.
Don't get me wrong. I think they want you to take Seattle, obviously. I mean, for some reason, Seattle is just a sexy pick all the time. All the time. They are.
I know you love them.
Some flashy uniforms.
And I'm the first to admit it. Yeah. And you're looking at this, you're like, wow, I get less than a field goal. I got to give less than a field goal. The Rams are nothing special. Golf sucks. I'm sorry. Golf sucks. He's freaking horrible.
What about Frisbee golf?
He's yeah, I don't like that either, but it's
stupid. It's a 3-bell show.
I think they both suck.
Ring-a-ding.
Frisbee golf and Jared golf both suck.
No doubt.
I don't mean to throw you out, T.
Keep going. Just keep going. Hey, but
It doesn't help with these putt jokes either.
So this is another one of those games that the money's reverse on. So the line has went from minus
I
1.5.
just think people love Seattle. I really
63% of the money's coming in on Seattle, but the line's going the other way.
Right, the Rams can run on them. They've got a tough defense. I mean, yeah.
Let's put it on the burner. Let's put those other games. I got the Rams minus 2.5 on the burner.
I can't fault the logic. I don't know what it is about Seattle that just keeps drawing me in.
Oh, you can't get off Seattle. I understand.
I can't quit you, man.
I can't quit them. Jeez.
All right, well, we're pretty much tapping on everything, so I like to cast a wide net. What do you guys think about the Bengals and the Steelers?
Still, Pittsburgh minus 7.5. I think it's hard to give up more than a touchdown when you're dealing with Burrow. He seems to just keep Cincinnati in games, keep them close. Obviously, Pittsburgh.
He's just got a winner's mentality.
Yeah, Pittsburgh comes off that game against Dallas where they almost blew it.
You want to talk about a team that looked like they were just going through the motions, just wanted to come in.
A better team would have took out Pittsburgh. A better quarterback, anything.
And actually, that guy didn't look horrible based on the fact he's a fourth-string dude.
Yeah.
I mean, relatively speaking.
It comes down to Tomlin just don't blow people out. He's not that type of coach. And we're talking about giving up 7.5 here. Again,
I would have loved Cincinnati plus 10.
Oh, yeah. God, that's...
But I see it's down to 7.5 now, so I think we're all sort of on the same page. I think Cincinnati's hangs around. I don't know if we feel good putting money on the Stripes.
I see a game here. How about
All right, what you got?
Tampa Bay at Carolina.
Okay.
All right. Tampa Bay at Carolina. Carolina +6. Another line I've been watching all week, because this one's been all over the place. It was at 6, and then it was somehow now bet down to 4.5, and now it's back up to 6. So, T-Bone, who do you like?
I like Carolina. I mean, they're at home. They're getting 6. Of course, McCaffrey's out again, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter.
It doesn't really. I mean,
Shoulder, I think, this time.
Yeah, they have one game with him, so
Right,
they're used to going without him. So, Tampa Bay to me, I can't. Don't get me wrong.
Tough to get a read on.
Yeah, tough to get a read on. They were just humiliated. I mean, they were humiliated.
At home on Sunday night, national television.
Now they're tasked with going on the road to a mediocre team, I guess. 3-5.
Divisional rival.
I think Carolina's 3-5.
3-6.
3-6. Well, damn, 3-6. But the home team's getting 6. I think they could beat them straight up. Not saying they will beat them straight up. I think they could beat them straight up, and it wouldn't be shocking to me. I mean,
and something about Tom Brady and that offense, something is not.
So it's not clicking. You're right. It's I don't know if it's the timing, if it's they keep rotating in and out different receivers. I don't know what it is.
I saw somebody out there called that. Antonio Brown was going to get his touchdown this weekend. That he lives with Tom Brady. They live in your boy, the baseball player's house in Tampa.
Well, maybe you got a crystal ball for that. I don't know. Something about them, maybe not off the field. I don't know.
Chalkboard, who you like?
You guys say it all the time, and I guess it's kind of resonating in my head now. Teddy Covers. I mean, I'm with you. It's like, there was a point at the beginning of this year, if we'd have been like, no McCaffrey, they're dead. But it's like the Carolina, that's a scrappy team. They play. I think I'm more of, because you just don't know what you're going to get with Tampa Bay, but I would probably take the home team and the points here just because Tampa Bay looks so bad. But are they going to just come back like world beaters and because they look so bad? Well, I mean, Bruce Arians is completely trashing Brady, and they were talking about that's just his way.
Well, so on that note, I know there's some stat out there about a pissed off Brady after after a loss like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was like 67, 68%, whatever it was. It was a huge number. Yeah, it was a huge number.
I've seen that stat.
But I don't know that he has a choice anymore. The guy's 45 years old.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's at some point that goes out the window.
Well, the crazy thing is, on offense, he has more weapons than he ever had. Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't have it anymore. I'm sorry. He has flashes, but it's.
And they're too quick to abandon the run, in my opinion.
Yes,
Tampa Bay is.
yes.
They give up on that Ronald Jones kid, and they put Fournette in. I mean, I know the kid's fumbled a couple times, but I'm on Carolina.
And and it's not. You would think most of these jokes would be beneath me, but they're not. I mean, right now,
no, we don't think anything's beneath you. Let's get that straight real quick.
Go ahead, Chalkboard.
I just want to know on Sunday, are we getting Greg or are we getting Marcia?
Oh, wow.
No.
Is Greg that much?
I know.
Which one's
How much
supposed to be
Brady are we getting?
Maybe Marshall's better than Greg.
I'm trying to figure out the scale.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like, are we talking about hot scale? Are we talking about manly?
There was a quote years ago for when Kentucky basketball referenced that. Guy looks like Tarzan, but he plays like Jane. That's my point that I'm going for here. I want to say it was Azubuike.
What side are you on? I don't even know what game we're on at this point.
Carolina.
Oh, yeah. It's Carolina. Are you on Carolina, T-Bone? Do we want to make this a play, or you want to put it on the burner and see what we got?
I keep whatever y'all want to do.
We'll just put it on the burner, and then we'll come back to it.
I think we got enough games, actually. We down now.
I was going to say, is there a game we haven't talked about?
Well,
there's nothing that really.
Okay.
I mean, Washington, Detroit.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
We're
about
half an hour
Houston
in. Let's see what we got
Cleveland.
on the burner.
No, because I'm not going to be able to talk y'all into Houston, so we might as well just go look at the burner. Hey, Houston, you're getting the better quarterback and 4 points. Yeah. Again, another team that can win outright. Would you be surprised? And who knows what the weather's going to be like this weekend in Cleveland. And it was just like that a few weeks ago when they played Las Vegas. And look what happened when Vegas came to town. And Vegas
It's supposed to be that kind of – because they say for some reason where that thing is up there on the lake or whatever, the crosswinds are awful. It's supposed to be like that again. So, I mean, if you're running the ball – now there is no –
Chubb's coming back, though.
Is Chubb back? And is Johnson out for Houston? Is it Duke – or, I mean, the David Johnson is hurt, right?
Yeah. So if you're talking about windy conditions, you'd want the running game, right? I mean, so
that would kind of push me toward Cleveland. I don't think anyone can throw that much.
What you're saying. Yeah. I mean, Cleveland's not that good.
I wish I wouldn't have brought it up now. All right, let's go look at the burner. New York Giants +4, the Las Vegas Raiders -3.5, the Los Angeles Rams -2.5, and Carolina +6. We need 2.
Well, I mean, I set you
I
up
like
for
the
the
Giants. I like the Giants.
I like the Giants.
I like the Giants the best out of that, I would say. Oh, my God, I can't believe I'm actually saying
Okay,
that.
so think about the teams that they're playing. Of the teams they're playing, Philadelphia's terrible.
Yeah.
Denver's better than that. Obviously, who the Rams play? Seattle?
Yeah.
They're
Seattle
obviously
and the
better than
Rams.
that. Carolina, Tampa Bay. Yeah, Giants have the worst. They're going against the worst team. They're going against Philadelphia. Let's take the Giants +4. Come on, John Boy.
The Giants have the path of least resistance.
There you
Well,
go.
plus, that was your hot take or your big
Well, I
pick,
think
so-
Chalk kind of lobbed y'all up. He was slow playing. It was Saturday morning. I was trying to come at y'all a different angle.
Throw me the game, Chalk. Throw me the game.
I like the Giants.
No, you're supposed to know that.
Official house money. We do this every week
I was like, I
for
feel
3 years.
hey.
We're not used to lobbing.
Yeah, I was completely
used to
discombobulated.
T-Bone, official house money podcast, play number 3.
The Giants. G-Men.
It felt like a fumble. It felt like I got sacked behind the line and lost many yards. I'll get you the next one, E. I'm coming your way, big dog.
We can only hope that Wentz takes it like
I have
that.
to look at the video because I can't imagine the blank look on my face as you're staring at me because I'm like, what?
You talking to me?
Exactly.
All right, one more game. We got Vegas -3.5, the Rams -2.5, or Carolina +6. I kind of felt like we were all on Carolina.
Yeah. Let's see.
Vegas -3.5, the Rams -2.5, or Carolina +6.
Yeah, if we're going to do it like that, that's the one we had the most consensus on because we obviously the Seattle Rams.
Going on your same algorithm you just did a minute ago, Seattle's going to be the toughest opponent of those people.
Right.
Again, I think Oakland, the Las Vegas Raiders win the game, but the 3.5 kills me, so I would be on Carolina by process of elimination.
All right, let's do it. Chalkboard,
Hey.
official House Money podcast, play number 4.
The Panthers, courtesy of my boy E, although I'm subconsciously lobbing to him.
Somehow or another, the last 2 games we took were both dogs. So
Dude, I've done the same thing. I've been like, official house money. Yeah.
I was looking for the script.
all right, dude. Crystal ball predictions last week. Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Denver. How did he do?
He's still in the end zone because he hit the crystal ball last week.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you, Jerry. Now, I hope you don't play this week.
Who you got this week?
This week I'm going, down the rabbit hole again. I don't like to go for the big obvious names. So there's a guy that's balling a little bit at the Washington football team, J.D. McKessick. He's been very heavily involved. I think he got 14 targets last week. And now that they've transitioned back to Alex Smith, there are going to be a lot of checkdowns. And Detroit is awful against running backs. I think he might sneak in this weekend.
Look at you, dog.
A crystal ball and some substance to it.
No doubt. It sounded like you did a little bit of show
Research.
prep. No doubt.
That's what happens when the show don't go till Saturday. I ain't got time.
I know you got 3 more days to figure out something out. All right, T-Bone, choice cut last week, Pittsburgh.
Oh, God, this is getting bad.
Come on,
there
Bone.
were talks of an undefeated season. Jesus, look at the wheels coming off this shit show.
Thanks, Mercury.
4-5. My God, this is it. Russell Wilson in a big comeback this week. Go Hawks. I can't quit you. I can't get off of them. I can't quit them.
Broke back Hawks.
Seattle, what's the official number?
Back Hawks.
Seattle +2.5.
No, minus. We're giving points.
You're getting points, Holmes.
It's
Seattle
the Rams.
plus
Oh,
2.5.
my God.
I was going to say, don't tell him.
Shit! God, take it to the bank.
Dude, he is sleepless in
God
Seattle.
damn, I can get the sleepies on my
Did
eyes.
you see how surprised he looked?
Holy shit!
Silver dollars, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God. Ching, ching. God.
It may be Saturday morning, but T-Bone is sleepless in Seattle.
There we go. Good job, dog. Good job. Please subscribe to us on YouTube or iTunes, SoundCloud, however you listen to the show. We're on Twitter at House Money Pod. Chalkboard.
Chalkboard can be found at Chalkboard, CHALKBORED _HM.
There you go. Facebook and Instagram. Please rate and review us. As always, shout out to our executive producer, Z-Man, holding it
Sweet.
down in House Money Podcast headquarters. Fellas, final words, week 10.
Week 10, let's get back on the winning track, fellas.
Time to get back on track. I feel good about this week.
Yeah. Sorry we had to wait all the way to Saturday to get this show out. We're going to do our best next week to get back on schedule. Sometimes life hits the show. So,
2020.
It's going to be well worth it, though, when you're looking at that 5-0 next week.
All right. Sounds good. All right. On that note, we're House Money Podcast, and we're out.